12 hours ago. Okay. Okay. Welcome back to Adolescence of a Bookworm. Anime review, episode number 14. We do technically have about two more videos after this, and then basically we'll be done covering basically the show for now. Until season 4 comes out next year. So, with this particular video, we're discussing episodes 29 to 31. Also, with finishing these episodes, I have 5 more to go for the whole season. So, so we have sort of this dedication ceremony thing, which is basically mine, the head priest, her bodyguard, because basically she has a bodyguard now. Basically, they go into various towns, offering harvests, like basically collecting harvests, so there's a little mana, so she's got lots of mana. And of course, basically, while she's there, she has 2 attendants with her. It was Fran and Rosalie, basically, her musician, basically. Though they don't ride on the cool looking horses. Oh no, they get to ride in carriages. And so then they stay also at a mansion owned by Lord Contra, I think his name is, the guy who basically is the one noble rank underneath basically the head priest. And they stay there because, well, Maima's getting a little sick. Well, actually, before this, after visiting one of the towns, basically the carriage got covered with this black stuff. Of course, Mai used some of her power to basically push the horse forward. Thanks to the jewelry she's wearing, she was basically able to take some mana out and then get there quickly. And of course, basically where the head priest uses, of course, Mai correctly refers these as phoenixes. Which, at least, that's something that, at least, basically, the head priest is like, so you know what that is, but you didn't know what the air thing was. So, yeah, and of course, they do the push wind thing, and, well, it's taken care of, no problem. And after pretty much all that's taken care of, Mai starts to fall ill, stays in attendant's bedroom, but the bedroom looks quite nice, basically, for a attendant's bedroom. It's a kind of a big room. It kind of reminds me of like a small hotel room. And she has to stay there for the night because, well, she's very tired. So she wakes up next morning and finds out somebody broke into the mansion. A couple bandits. And they broke into the Lord's bedroom, which of course they captured one of them. The other one got away. Before they can question basically the one they captured, he took his own life. So then, of course, basically, not long after this, they went back to town, and of course, like, then they have a special prayer, mostly. I'm trying to think, what else was there? Did I forget anything? I'm sorry, basically, if I had looked them up, basically, but, okay, so first dedication ceremony before they travel out is they have to fill all these goblets up. Lots and lots of goblets. And, oh, they're also introduced this man named Sylvester, who is a close relation to, well, so who voices him? Well, they don't exactly have a credited voice actor for him. And, well, they can do some 29 and 30 basically is the traveling about after, well, Sylvester teases her, and of course that's where they travel about ban this thing. And then 31 they go back home. Oh, so by the way, the episodes themselves, they covered from volume, let's see, this is 3. Part 2, 3. I think this is volume 6, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, this is volume 6. They cover basically chapters. They start with chapter 7. And by episode 31, they pretty much go to the end of the book. And by the way, at this point, we're only halfway of the season, and they covered basically book 6. Not bad. So then, of course, basically, Sylvester gets to be shown around, and, well, meets Benno, obviously. Of course, and get a chance to see the orphanage, his books are made, basically how stuff are, and he's perfectly satisfied with it. He didn't find anything wrong, per se. He did get mine basically a special necklace. Of course, basically, she's never seen a gift from a man before. And she doesn't really like him very much at all because, well, basically, he's one of the more nicer nobles, per se. And after he gives the jewelry, then, of course, the whole thing with the books. And then by the end of the episode, mine's newest member of family is born, named Kumi. Yep. And apparently we're introduced to this woman named Ginny, who, yeah, she's the one who serves basically the high priest. And so, oh yeah, there's a particular note about the business, like, oh, he likes kids, but particularly ones with devouring. So there's a slight change, basically, when Sylvester, the whole thing with the books, he thinks basically that the children orphans basically work in sort of like a sweatshop, but in the book, basically, mine basically was worried that it might take advantage of the women because what happened with Rosaline. Yeah, that's kind of basically the whole thing with that, but still, these were good episodes, and I have roughly 5 more to go. I'm sorry I can't exactly cover much more of these because I'm trying to remember these best I can. I was hoping to do these a few hours ago, but my computer wasn't exactly working properly at that point, so I had to reboot it, then I had dinner, and then I had to go out, and finally now I'm able to cover these episodes. Yep, so yeah, that's pretty much it for the video. Please be sure to like, comment, subscribe, turn notifications. Next up, basically, we have is more of this. More Adolescence Bookworm. Okay, next video. Bye.